that Joker lap. What a great day out here. The second stop, your Global Rallycross Championships. Finishing up the second round for the all-wheel drives. Now the third round now for the two-wheel drives. Getting ready to go as we check out Ericsson's. Look how far he flies.
How far he flies and how on the nose he comes down. Far more like Michael Jernberg, heavy on the nose, unlike Tanner. But he gets a lot more distance in the air. And Andreas will tell you that distance is fast. So he's really happy to be pushing that further away.
And we take another look here in our booth here for ESPN3.com. Look at Ericsson just carrying that all the way, getting nose heavy. But still just seems like he has just got too much for everyone today. We'll see how it boils out. But I'll imagine that Ericsson's going to be on the podium by the end of the day.
Well, certainly Ericsson's going to want to be on the podium. Yeah. He did it yesterday. He's going to want to do it today. But who knows? Anything can happen in Rallycross.
Yeah, because you got the car factor. If your car can make it all the way through, then you have a chance to make it all the way through. But it's all about that, too, as well, as we get set for our next race. But before we get to that, let's send it down. Very own Brando from ESPN Radio. Brando?
Thanks, fellas. Yeah, down here in the paddocks with Andy Manson, who just went through a pretty gruesome crash. Tell me, what's going through your head when you feel that car going down?
My Lancer is broken now, and it's very difficult for me because I don't know what is the problem with this car. I put the second gear, and the normal in Mitsubishi Lancer is 100 km/h for the jump, and the last my jump. So maybe 75 km/h, and I'm not power, no power. Yeah, I put the second gear, and the third, the acceleration, no power. I don't know what is the problem, the turbo or the fuel. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll get that figured out. You mentioned too with the Mitsubishi, it's very front loaded, so there's a lot of weight in the front, right? Which is it's almost a force against the gravity to kind of make that jump, correct?
Yeah, Mitsubishi Lancer is a big problem to jump because everything is in the front of the car. The engine and everywhere is everything is in the front in the car, and it's very difficult to jump. It's very difficult.
We're glad you're all right. Andy Manson down here. He's going to heal up. Guys, back to you.
Wow, tough break. And, you heard what he said, Mark. It was all about how much speed he had. He went to try and see if he had something there in third gear. He had nothing there, and that just cost him it right there. We're glad he's okay. So we'll take our attention to the third round of our two-wheel drive category. And Cody Crane in this one, Ryan Gottlieb in this one, Doug Folsom.
So Doug Folsom, who we've just named a corner after, who was on his roof.
Yep, the Folsom corner now. So he ended up on his roof, but look, they were able to roll that car back over, and he'll be competing. There's Brian Gottlieb right there in the 88 Toyota FX16. And there's a guy that's just amazed us all week, Cody Crane. Cody Crane has been doing his thing, and that Honda's been running nice and fast for him. Dude is out of Oregon. Cody Crane in the 88 Honda CRX. And then we named a corner after this guy, Doug Folsom, who actually put that thing on his roof, rolled that 79 Dodge Omni over, but is able to get it back up, and he's going to be competing again.
Huge shout out to his crew. That's great effort there.
Big props out to Doug Folsom's crew to get that car back in order. Thumbs up from race control, 5 seconds, and here we go. Just about ready for more racing. Back out at third round, two-wheel drive. Here we go.
It's a very, very even start as they go away from the line. Now Cody Crane starts to pull away into the lead. Doug Folsom doesn't seem to have any damage from that crash. He's got into second place ahead of Brian Gottlieb. So Cody Crane starts to pull away. As he comes through, it gets very, very tight as they come through, and Doug Folsom's going up the inside of Cody Crane. I don't see what's wrong with Cody there, but Doug Folsom went up the inside. The car that was on its roof is now leading the race. Cody Crane goes through into the warehouse, and Brian Gottlieb just is lying astern as they're into the warehouse.
So Folsom with a birthday present right there, getting up in the lead now.
Goes a little bit wide. Cody Crane's trying to come back down the inside as they go through the kink into the short chute. Folsom's left a door wide open there, and Cody Crane shoots through. Folsom was lining up to take the Joker lap, and Crane said, I don't care what you're lining up for, and just went straight by him.
Cody Crane now, but Folsom will have the lead since he took the faster Joker lap, so he'll keep that lead. We'll see if Cody Crane can catch up to him.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting race because Folsom has now got no one around him. He can focus on his own race, not crashing on his own corner.
Yeah, Folsom corner as he comes around it.
But Cody Crane on the boneyard, we've seen that car be really, really quick. 3 laps to go now for these guys as he comes into Folsom's corner. He's starting to pull away a little bit from Brian Gottlieb, but he's got some places to go now to make up because Folsom was in front of him when he took the Joker lap. So let's see what happens. Crane comes through. Crane has got his windscreen wipers on full. Unfortunately, the water's not going on the screen. It's going over the top of the car.
So that doesn't help it out. But Cody has not taken the Joker lap, so we'll see if he gets that, takes it right here on this next turn.
Yeah, he can take it any time, remember, in the race. Any time in the race, you have to take the Joker lap once. Cody's doing it now. Looks like he's easily going to come out ahead of Doug Folsom as Doug comes through the second chicane. Yeah, Cody Crane is well in front of Doug Folsom. So Doug didn't get anything like what he needed. Whatever that problem was on that first lap for Cody Crane, it isn't slowing him down. He now comes through Folsom's corner. So Cody Crane comes through. 2 laps to go now. Remember, it's a big rut as they come through there. Gets the car all 4 wheels off.
And if you remember earlier, that rut caused problems for Dylan Van Way.
It did. Not taking his transmission. So you look at Doug Folsom coming through the warehouse now, coming out the other side. He's got to try and find a way to gain ground on Cody Crane. And Cody's already through the short chute, heading down into the hairpin section. And Cody Crane is losing water from the front radiator of that car. I'm not sure if hitting this rut coming through the S's as Doug Folsom gets it all wrong going into the chicane, into the hairpin section. But Cody Crane looks like he's losing water on the front of that car. Yeah, he is. We'll have to see how much that actually is. Obviously, these cars don't work if there's no water in the radiator.
Well, he's got 1 lap. Will that Honda hold up for 1 more lap for Cody Crane?
Let's hope so. He had bad luck earlier on with the power steering. He's on his final lap, comes through the S's, not as bad a rut this time as he goes through. Doug Folsom comes through in second place. So Cody Crane now leads through the warehouse for the last time. He slides his car beautifully as he comes out of here. Does so again, heads down through the short chute, changes the surface from tarmac onto the dirt, just does a little bit of left foot braking. I think the water coming on the car is just water through the puddles that he's been hitting. It's not actually water from the rad. It's very wet over that back section. Turns through the hairpin now for the last time. Wants to keep it clean. This could be sealing Cody Crane's place in the A main. So it's Cody Crane comes into the boneyard for the last time. Keeping it sensible but keeping it fast. He knows time is what matters. Around Folsom's for the last time. And Cody Crane takes the win in the Honda CRX.
And here comes Doug Folsom right now, coming around Folsom corner, through the boneyard to Folsom corner. And that's going to wrap it up for him, and he's going to grab second place.
And remember, it was the last lap last time that he did that, so I'm pretty pleased that Doug got through there okay.
Yes. And I'm sure his car is too. As Gottlieb now, the third and final competitor to come across right there. And that, of course, the first race of the 3rd round for your 2-wheel drive category. There is Brian Gottlieb dropping right out.